February 10th, 2017, the longest strike in local history came to an end after almost 8 months. The Essex County Library Board voted on the approval of a ratified contract by the striking workers. 57 Essex County librarians and staff members went on strike as representatives for the Canadian Union of Public Employees. They have been on strike since June 25th, making a total of 231 days. The dispute between worker and employee came down to pay and sick time. The board wanted to use a third-party insurer for employees' sick time, which would cut their pay when they took prolonged sick days. The question that comes up through this issue is why the budget is so tight in a community service, and whether people still view libraries as a commodity in their lives. Generally speaking, services that have less demand and benefit face cuts in their budget and management, but we want to see if this is the case here.
I actually use the library a lot, especially over summer, and generally for just like books, it's regular service, and as well as checking out CDs and things.
What were your thoughts about the strike?
It's almost laughable because a library is infrastructure for a city.
We are trying to increase the amount of technology we have here available in the library. Ebooks are probably what we started with earliest. That was our first platform. Now we're introducing music, downloadable, streamable television, movies, legal resources.
I understand that we live in a world where people have access to the internet, but that's only one specific demographic. If you're over 30 or 30 or over, you grew up with the internet. If you're under 20, you grew up on the internet. So your views on having access to a physical library where you have physical books is going to be a different perspective. Internet is becoming infrastructure, and getting information much more quickly and getting many, many different versions of information is going to become the norm. But you're still going to have the need for actually picking up a book, because the source material for all the data and all the studies come from things that are in print.
I had an uncle visiting from out of town recently. He went to the library downtown, and he was amazed at the services they had. They have like 3D printing workshops, as well as like drum kits, so you can make your own music and produce it. So like a lot of new stuff that he wasn't familiar with, that I hadn't even been familiar with. So it was really nice to hear like positive. Someone who was like, he went back the next day to check it out. He had such a good experience with it.
We are getting increased traffic because people who now are homebound or just couldn't find the time to make it to the library are using our digital collection. We're still getting a lot of people walking into the library. They're just using it for different things. It is difficult. Obviously, budgets are decreasing everywhere, not just in libraries, but in any public service, any municipal service. They're really trying to, Windsor specifically, hold the line on taxes, which means there's not a whole lot of extra money going around. But it's vital for our survival that we're getting the newest technologies, because that's what people are coming in to use. So it's just, shuffling things around. Where can we borrow from to get money to invest in this stuff? A lot of government grants really help us with purchasing this technology, because they see the importance that we need to provide this to our communities.
As technology develops and information achieves new platforms for sharing and availability, maybe library services need to keep up with the fast-paced, modernized world to create a necessary and reliable service. This is Luke Peters, and I'm signing off with the 30.ca.